This is Maria, the Unexpected Crafter, and I'm coloring this image here from Sasayaki glitter stamps, and this is part of the new release that they're having this month. And as you can see, I already started coloring this image. I didn't do a video from beginning to end because there was no way I would have been able to finish this in a reasonable amount of time. So I went ahead and started coloring this image, and I will list all of the colors down below, and I'll also give you a link to my blog so that you can see which colors I used. I stayed pretty simple colors, and as you can see, there's a lot going on here, so I wanted it to be very colorful, being a birthday card that it would be, probably, or celebration. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue with these other two gifts that I have here, and here I'll finish this with, I wanted to do all golden type of ribbons on all the packaging, so I will go ahead and do this one with Y15, and I will go ahead and color the ribbon. I'm keeping it, like I said, very simple. I am not doing anything difficult here. It's just a fun card, and I just don't have to get, I think, too difficult with it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use Y17, and again, my choice of coloring medium is usually Copic markers. I just have a better handle on them, and occasionally I may use Spectrum Noirs, but this is my choice of coloring because I know I have more experience with them. And maybe just to add a little bit of depth, a little bit of shadow on the bottom there, I'm going to use a YR23 because the YRs have a little bit of red into them, so it makes it a little darker. Get a little shadows there. And as you can see, I'm just keeping it very simple, nothing to it really. And again, this is part of the new release. Aren't they cute? Okay, so this other color here, present, I am going to go with one of my favorite combos, the R81, R83, or R85. So I'm going to start with the lightest, and I'm going to just go up and down here. And hopefully it won't take me that long to finish this, because really I am not very fast when I color, and I don't think anyone is. You have to take your time to make sure that everything is blended right, that you have the shadows where they're supposed to be. So wherever the present is hiding, I'm going to add some shadows the best I can. I am not an expert, but I try. And I'm just going to add a little bit here, a little bit there. Then I'm going to go with the darkest and just add a little more. And with darker colors, you want to add less, because in case you make a mistake, it's easier. It's not as easy when you have a darker color. So, okay, then back down with R83, this medium color, and that's when you start blending the darker color there. Right, then with the lightest, which is R81, I'm taking advantage of my house being very quiet right now so I could do this video, because I don't know about you, but we are at the end of the school year. There is so much going on with graduations and parties and field trips, and I am just so worn out. But right now there is a little bit of quiet that I'm enjoying, and I said, let me go ahead and do this video so I can get it done without interruptions. So I'm going to leave the ribbon to last. Like I said, I want them all to be similar golden, and then I'm going to use this wonderful Spectrum Noir sparkle pens or markers to add some sparkle to it, and I'll see if I can move the card so you can see it. And then this one I'm going to use the blue greens, the BG13. Just moving right along. Make sure I don't make this too long and too boring for you. I have other videos that you can also look at where I color simpler things like skin and hair and other things if you're interested. I'll try to keep it simple. I am not complicated at all. Hopefully not. Okay, BG13 and BG15 are very similar to me. I mean, they may look a little darker here, but when you blend them, they're very similar. So I'm trying to see, where do I want the shadows here? And then I can always add and take away. Now the darkest is BG18. So I'm going to be more careful with the darker one because this one is really dark and I love this one. I'm running low on some of the others and these colors are so hard to find. Alright, so maybe there, and then we'll see how that looks, and I can add a little more. Now back down to BG15. And I'm just going to blend, pull some of this dark color out. See how that looks. Just to try and add a little dimension so it doesn't look so flat. It's amazing how once you're done coloring something, what it looks like after you're done. The before and after is always amazing. That's why I love Copic markers. Alright, now I'm just gonna blend the rest of it in. Like that, and there we go. I think that's about how I'm gonna leave it. Alright. And as you can see, I went a little bit over the white line, so I'm gonna get my trusty colorless blender and take away some of that color that I went over the line there. And sometimes I go back in some areas that I did that, because it's kind of hard with some of the smaller areas not to go over the line, at least for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna go again with the ribbons. I'm staying within the yellows, so some of them are darker, some of them are lighter. So I'm gonna go over with the yellow here, and then I'm just gonna go down the line here. I'm using Y13, and then I'm gonna go to 115 and just maybe darken it in some areas. And what you could do is you could follow some of the lines that have been drawn already by the artist, and you can use that as your guide. Then I'll go with Y17. Sometimes also I stay with two colors, and sometimes I use 3. In this case, I'm using 3. I don't do that always. Now, I think I'm going to jump to Y13 instead of the other one, 15. Just because I don't really need it. Just want to blend it just a little bit. And then just let it do its thing, because when the paper is wet still, the colors continue to blend by themselves. Alright, then this one here, I'm gonna go a little darker. And I gotta finish that one too before I forget. So let's go with this one here. This is dark, so the Y17. And then I'm gonna do the same to this one, since I have it in hand. And as you can see, I'm only doing sections of it, not the whole thing. All right. Then I'm going to go with Y15. And I'm going to go slightly over what I just did with Y17 and just pull the color out a bit. And then with my lightest, Y13, and just finish it off. There's a big difference between Y13 and 1Y5. I don't know if you can notice, if you can tell the difference, but so I'm trying not to blend it too much because I don't want to lose my definition. And again, as you can see, I went over the line a little bit. Now, where did I put my colorless blender? Here, just a little bit to correct my mistake. I hope you can see that. All right. Then this one here, I'm just gonna use the YR23 because, like I said, that one has some red to it. And I'm just gonna add just a little bit of a shadow there, just a little bit. And then use my Y17. And then just blend that a tad there, just leave it alone. All right, that's that for that. On the hats, I was thinking about finishing it off with a little bit of color. This one here, I'm gonna do, I used the blue greens. Oops, there goes this pencil. I'm gonna just do a little thing here and there, just to finish off the hat. Then on this one, I'm gonna use orange. So I'll use YR04. I thought this image was so much fun. And then the other one is, I use the purples. So I'll use V04 for this one. And then just add a little bit of color right there. And that will finish that off. Okay. Isn't this image adorable? Then just to add the finishing touches, I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. I added glitter to the balloons because there's a technique of coloring balloons where you could see them translucent, but I just went ahead and added some color to it with my wonderful marker here. So I am just gonna do that also to the ribbons. I love to add glitter to stuff, and I love this because it's very subtle. It's not super bright and it doesn't mess with anything. So anything else, and you just add some sparkle here, some sparkle there, and then you are done. Oops, let me do this one too. So I mean, you probably can't see that, but it's so cute. And that is it for today. Again, this is a new release by Sasayaki glitter stamps, and I'll show you the links below of all the colors that I used, and I'll show you the finished card later on. Thank you so much for stopping by, and please subscribe so that you can see more videos and tutorials done on Copic coloring and card making. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.